So I've created this sketch and I'd like to work from it. It might change as I go, but this is the sketch that I made. I was inspired from Pinterest, a few different layouts, so you might be able to find them on there. But just for copyright reasons, I hate to just show their sketches. Sometimes they say they don't want them shared, they only want them for personal use. So I just make my own from the inspiration on there. So this is the one that I designed. So here's my sketch and my pictures. So I will be kind of offsetting them. There's a duck with ducklings here. It's a little bit hard to see. And I'll probably offset this back, same as the sketch, but we'll see how that turns out. I also want to start with some wood grain. I feel like something really organic in the background would be nice. So I'll definitely add that in here. And then I'm just going to add embellishments and papers as I go. But I do want to prep this paper with some splatters, so I'm going to do that first. And I might just put a frame all the way around because I do really like the look of that. So I'm going to do that. I'm just using the Close to My Heart blending brush to add a little bit of distressing or like smudging because I want it to be a really vintage looking background. So I'm just using some toffee ink and going here and there and just giving it some distress. And then I'm going to be adding some splatters as well. I used a gold shimmer pen and or shimmer brush, sorry, and I believe the other one was Harbour. And I just kind of was nondescript and just splattered it pretty well everywhere. Okay, so then that's gonna go there. I'm pretty sure I can commit to that because I don't think I'll be moving that. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna see, like, I'm at 11 here, 1 here, and 11 here. So that's about an inch in all the way. And I actually used, for this, I do have it stuck down, but I just used, this is from the workshop. I figured I may as well use that. It's from the workshop, I say, from the Cherish workshop. So sometimes when you have papers like this that you think you might not use for anything else, you can use them for that. I was going to use Cherish, but then I discovered I have a lot of other things, and I found a title from this Hope and Kindness paper pack, and there's a lot of greenery in here as well, so I'm thinking I'm going to be using this one instead. But I think I'll use So Beautiful because it matches the background quite well. Okay, I'm going to put this in behind here, just coming down like this. This patterned paper is from the Cherish collection. It's no longer available, unfortunately, but the yellow flowers in here is what I really liked. I liked how it kind of brought some of the tones out of the wood, and the stems are kind of a browny color. So I just thought it really fit in well with the wood grain, and I decided to use it. So I was going to use Hope and Kindness, but I ended up using it instead. I have a whole bunch of ribbon in my stash, and I almost never use ribbons and threads. So it was time to use some up. I'm really happy to be able to use some of it. So I wanted to go with a stripe down the side, but I kind of wanted it to come farther over, and I wanted it to be right on the edge of that floral paper that I just added. In the sketch that I drew, I had 2 different pieces of patterned paper, but I decided to just use this one and have it come all the way through the pictures and peek out at the bottom. I was going for lines in this backwards L that kind of guides you through the layout, so you kind of look down the line and then across the other way. So I decided to use some ribbon going the other way, just kind of crisscross them. I wonder if when anyone watching was a child, they had any dresses with that rickrack sewn on them. That's that chevron-y cream piece of ribbon. I can totally remember my mom sewing rickrack on my dresses. These pieces of greenery are cut from the Christmas story card making set, which I basically bought so I could get the greenery sprigs in it. I just love them for tucking under things. And this frame is from the Cherish workshop. So, or it may be from actually the Cherish embellishments. And if they're still available, I will link it down below. So I just wanted to use a piece of this frame because I kind of thought it was a lot to use the whole thing, and there's lots going on this page already. But I really like how it kind of frames the title, and I love how that turned out. If you offset your pictures a little bit and leave sort of corners and spaces, then you have really great places for putting embellishments, because it just kind of, you just fill in that spot with embellishments and they really seem to fit there. And then that way you have them kind of peeking out instead of just hanging in space. They kind of have a base or somewhere to come from. If you're enjoying this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet and signed up for notifications, that would be a great plan, because then you won't miss any videos when they come out. I usually do about one video a week. We are going to be going on holidays here shortly, so I'll probably miss next week. This is where I decided I wanted my picture to be in the bottom line of the L, not on top of it. So I end up just putting little pieces of ribbon on either side so it looks like they go through underneath, but they don't actually go through. But it still gives you that line that you look down, and I like that the picture going on top of the ribbons kind of breaks them up a little bit, both the vertical and the horizontal ribbons. And when I said on top, I just realized how confusing that is. I mean, I wanted the picture to be covering or within the bottom line of the backwards L rather than above it, so that the full line is showing. Because I think if it interrupts the line, then you really look at it. You see that the picture is the focal point. So this picture is when my mom and I walked to the church. I wanted to show her what the walk to our church is like. You can see it in the background of the picture of me. My mom actually took that picture. And we have to go by this pond down our back alley, and then we come by this pretty pond, and the little ducks and the ducklings are swimming, and it's just a really nice peaceful walk and a nice way to go to church in the summer. And my mom actually doesn't do a lot of walking anymore, but she did want to see this, so she came with me, and I went real slow, and she was able to walk the whole walk in the beautiful weather, and she really enjoyed it. So I got this far, and I noticed I didn't have anything to tie into this blue outside edge using that color. So I am using these blue sparkles, which match almost perfect. They're Bluebell, I think, but because they have the glitter, they work. So we are down to the finishing touches, and a lot of the gold shimmer brushed off, or like rubbed off, because I did so much on this page. So I just went to each spot. You could kind of see where they were, but just a lot of the actual shimmer came off. So I just went to each spot with one of the liquid gold pens, which I will link if they're not on back order. And I just kind of pressed there a little bit so it looked like a drip. And I also used some liquid pearls for some white spots. When I give you the close-up, you should be able to see those. And I kind of wanted white splatters, but unfortunately, I don't have anything that has enough. It's too opaque. The white ink that we have is too opaque to put on this light of a background and have it show up. You can see it well on a little bit darker backgrounds, but not on this. So I use the liquid pearls, and I will link those as well. So this is how it turned out. I'm pretty excited about it. The brown flowers were from my stash, but the white ones are from the Cherish embellishment packet, which I'll link if it's still available. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and that's all from me. So I will see you. Bye.